All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Courses for Spirit, Spiritual Sundays. I'm Jeremy,
And I'm Mike.
and we're hosting today. And so somebody had mentioned tarot cards and that they wanted to know more about tarot cards. And so I thought it might be a good subject for here.
hmm
Like not just tarot cards, but divination in general. And so I was wondering, Mike, what do you know about divination tools?
Um, well, I use the Tao Te Ching, and I use it. I've used it for years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
Um, and I find so that's not using cards. That's using coins. And I use an app now because a randomizer can work digitally pretty well. And so, for those who know the I Ching and the Tao Te Ching, that's a divination system, which is the way I think about it. It's a way of the universe speaking to me and giving me up to the minute information about what's going on for me. It's incredibly accurate and incredibly helpful. And it's
Yeah.
a way of working with the ever changing sort of dance between your spirit and your ego. And tapping, benefiting from Taoist wisdom.
Yeah, and that's yin and yang, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
play light and shadow, good times, bad times, ups and downs. When do you step
yeah,
forward? When do you step back? But it's always bringing you to a place where you're um, embracing humility, which is not easy, and you're also being kind and not being and step when you want to when you often the ego is trying to get you to force issues or push or pull. But in Taoism, you're not doing that because you just allow things to happen with
yeah,
intentionality, but you're allowing them to happen.
yeah. Because that's the Tao, the way of the Tao, right? When the wind blows, you bend.
Exactly, yeah. So
Yeah,
that would be, and I mean, of course, I've got. I make my own cards. I make these presence cards, which have got questions on them, and that question sort of helps you to reflect. And
do you have a
so,
presents card for us today?
I don't know. Let's see. They are on the prototype is on the desk. Let's see. Let's have a,
Yeah, and so in divination, we're using tools to show what's happening, like throwing casting of bones or pulling of cards, like angel cards. People know a lot about angel cards. There's also nature cards, and so they're often to the point. They're quite interesting what pops up for us when we deal them.
I pulled one. Shall I read this one?
Yeah, pull out a presence card.
Well, this question. Maybe I'll ask this question to you, Jeremy. It says, "Have you ever been the first one to see something like you just knew it was going to happen?"
Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's like intuition.
Are you thinking of a particular story around that?
Yeah, I mean, when I lived as a monk, in Southern California, there was a day when I was climbing through, there was a cave system that was kind of at the back of the property, and I was climbing through, and I had this image snake popped up, snake. And so I knew that I was going to see a snake that day, and I did.
In the tunnels?
Yeah, in the caves.
Oh my God. What kind of
Yeah.
snake?
It was a rattlesnake.
No. Ooh, did it do the thing that it does on the in the
No,
westerns?
no, I didn't do that. No, it was coiled up,
Yeah.
and then when I approached it, it moved away.
Which you walk towards it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
Well,
been that.
I was in a cave system, so I had to get through.
Oh, I that wouldn't. I think I would have turned back.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
about it,
yeah.
but yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, so but it's respect, mutual respect in nature, right? I didn't encroach on it. I didn't surprise it. It knew I was there way well before I arrived, I'm sure. I'm sure it
mm,
tasted me in the air.
mm.
And but I knew I was going to see a snake that day, and I did.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Intuition. It's a funny one, isn't it? It's something that we've been talking about here, which
Yeah.
is quite similar to trusting your instincts and trusting an inner knowing and
Yeah.
connecting to your heart in a way. And we were talking
Yeah.
about the connecting to your heart as being a practice, which is sometimes, if somebody might see that as being a little bit frivolous, or it could be seen as being a bit, um, like a strenuous practice, but it actually is a central practice to being present in the present moment because it's your head that takes you out of the present moment by imagining what's going to come or thinking about what was behind. So if you can sort of sink into your heart and ask, like, what do I really think about this? What do I really feel about this? What does my body want to tell me? What does my heart want to tell me? And you can
Yeah.
breathe. Then that's a practice that brings you into the present moment, which you could say is bringing you into reality and out of something that we're imposing onto reality, like we're imagining it. You could say it like
Yeah.
that, but then again, that brings you back into your head. So then you're back to taking a breath, being present now, feeling into your heart and trying to relax into that,
Yeah.
trusting what's going on and the messages that your body's giving you. There's an inner knowing. I think that's another way of thinking. Intuition's a big subject, isn't it? And it's very
It is.
important. Very important.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very important. Why is it important for you?
Well, for those very reasons, really. Because all of these spiritual practices, a big element of them is about being in the here and now.
Yeah.
The way a dog is.
Yeah. And dogs are very intuitive. Some people argue that all they have is intuition.
Well, I don't know about that.
I
Zara,
don't know about that either.
well, Zara's very strategic. She's one of the dogs I look after. So what she did this week. So here's a dog using reason and cunning and strategy. So she likes to dig up fox. She likes anything that digs under the ground. She likes to dig and go after it.
Oh yeah.
She found a fox burrow in a hawthorn thicket, which meant I had to get crouch down and crawl to get to her because she wasn't coming back. So
Oh
she
yeah.
so she watched me do that while she's trying to dig down into this poor creature's lair den. And then I crawled through into the thicket, and then when I got there, just about to be able to get her, she ran off because she could. She's a dog and she's quite small, so she ran off back out of the thicket. And I was
Yeah.
like, I know what she's up to, but oh god! And then I followed her out, and then as soon as I got out, she ran back in again to dig, and
Oh,
she
to dig
yeah
again. Yeah.
yeah she planned it. She knew she could buy herself a bit more time. Then I went back in
Yeah.
again, and this time I just stood by the hole until she couldn't stand it any longer. Then her instinct, she just came to carry on digging, and that's when I grabbed her. So she totally worked that out. So
Yeah.
that's just an easy example. I mean, animals have got a lot more going on than our culture allows for.
Yeah,
I guess in order for us to kind of somehow be okay with the way that they get treated.
yeah, yeah. That's funny. I love animals so much. And they all have different kinds of intuition as well. Like
Yeah.
iguanas. I had a pet iguana once and very zen, always very like moments like staring competitions. You know, you could have a that's a tough animal to have a stare.
Yeah. I guess had a he he was the top of the staring champions league, I would imagine.
Yeah. I just have a call coming in.
Uh, hmm. Well, I wonder what other kinds of divination. I think Jeremy wants to talk about tarot cards, which I never really use them. I don't know very much about tarot cards at all, but I think Jeremy does. Um, have I ever? Why don't I answer this card for myself? Have you ever been the first to see something? So it's a question we could be asking ourselves at home, I guess. Like you just knew it was going to happen. So I was just while you were just talking to the person who called, I was just reading out the question again and thinking about it for myself. And like when I was in the sixth form, so that's like kind of in the UK, that's between 16 and 18.
Yeah.
We had this band going, and we entered this sort of like a talent competition sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I knew we were going to get through it. I knew we were going to get through into the finals. I just knew it really. So and when I was told about it, I just kind of was like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So that was an early, fair one of the kind of times I remember um, intuiting something before it happened. I muted you, Jeremy, just because the start sound of the car.
Okay.
You just have to move. You've muted yourself. Yeah. What else? What other cards have I used? Dao De Ching's the main one because I use that all the time. I use that for myself and with clients. And Jeremy, you will have to unmute yourself because
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the Dao De Ching is quite interesting. There's also like using crystals, like crystal like on my necklace
uh-huh,
and basically where you're dangling it
uh-huh.
and then you're watching for the rotation, whether it rotates left or rotates right or swings back and forth. Um, and then cards like tarot cards, they're quite amazing actually.
Yeah, tell us about tarot cards because I've just got very little experience with them.
Well, tarot comes from a really old tradition. It's really, really old. And it's just another way of looking at the universe, basically. So it's basically saying that um, there are major arcana. So there's the priestess, and there's other major arcana, and then there's also discs or wands, um, swords. Anyway, so there's different suits, and so in when we use it for divination, it's again we're just looking at an impression of the universe at that time. So as we take a card out from the pile, depending on what our question is, it's going to show us something different. We'll pick a different card for a different purpose. Um, how do I put it? It's kind of like the energy of the universe is saturated everywhere. And so by taking a divination, then we're looking at what the um what the universe is showing at that time.
Hmm. Yeah, so so there's a similar kind of thing going on with all of the divination systems, I guess, is that randomness and the knowledge of symbolism, sorry, symbolism
Yeah,
helps means gives you a language that you can read.
yeah,
Yeah, because
it does.
yeah, no, that's really lovely. It's a lovely thing, lovely tools to have, I
Yeah,
guess.
they sure are.
But I
And
best,
our body is a divining rod as well,
hmm.
right? When we have feelings in our body, our feelings also can be for divination as well.
Which can so oh, our bodies as divining rods. So
Yeah,
our bodies as interpreters of that kind of universal energy as well. We can feel different
yeah,
energies, get different intuitions. Okay, yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's it, which is pretty awesome.
Where are you driving to?
I'm driving from one place to the next, from one house where I was living to a place where I was living. So, because I have to clean it,
Oh,
basically.
okay. All right.
Yeah, I just moved into a new place.
Oh, you did. Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm renting a room in a house in
Hmm.
Cumberland.
Cumberland.
Yeah,
That's where I'm from. God, so they
I know.
some Cumbrians must have gone over to Canada and renamed
I
it.
think so. I think so.
Mm.
It was one of the first places to have flushing toilets in, on Vancouver Island because there was a coal mine here, and the coal mine was very profitable.
Mm.
And so they're also one of the first places that had electricity too.
Claim to fame.
Yeah,
Mm.
first flushable toilets.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah. But in terms of so with if we go back to the tarot, there's a
yeah,
whole symbolism there, isn't there? And you can, I guess, you can do training, and people must train with practitioners. How does somebody learn how to use those kind of cards?
Well, there's formal training and there's informal training. Informal training is basically you get a book and then read what the meanings are for the cards. And then so using a book to read,
Hmm.
that's that's the most common way.
And then if you, as you become aware of the different sets of meanings for the different images at different times in different combinations, I would imagine then you begin to also connect to intuition, um,
Yeah,
so that there's that layer of comes through as well.
yeah,
And then the thing that helps to increase intuition is having some kind of contemplative practice, whatever that is, whether that's climbing or running or sitting, meditating. I think
yeah,
that's those things develop intuition and connecting to nature,
yeah,
quietening down enough so you can actually hear that inner voice.
yeah. That's part of it. Yeah, it's wonderful. Are you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I was just
Okay.
contemplating tarot cards, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And so from the universe, the cards are designed to show what the universe is presenting at that time.
Hmm. Mm-mm.
It's like the death card. It scares people, but the death card is death just means change, means transformation.
Oh, right, okay. So people can sometimes,
Yeah,
oh, I could imagine people scaring themselves the way that they do with
yeah,
other kind of sort of esoteric tools.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Imagine. Yeah. So it's a good idea to have a. I guess all the packs come with some kind of a guide to them, some kind of making that clear.
Yeah, they do. Most of them. But
Mm.
then there's also nature cards, right? There's really nice ones that are angel cards as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's where we get guided from angels or angelic guidance.
I remember you got me a really nice one when you were here. Um, I pulled one of these agent cards out of a pack that you had, and it was a kid with ginger hair, which is what I used to have when I was a kid, with a lying on the
Yeah.
floor sleeping with a ginger cat, which I had a ginger cat as well, and it was I thought it
Oh
was
yeah.
kind of I was like wow,
Yeah.
um, I
Yeah.
really needed to. Yeah, it was really nice. It reminded me of that relationship with Chester, our family cat, and how wonderful it
Oh
was
yeah.
to be close to him. Yeah, what a wonderful
Yeah.
creature he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you arrived to where you're getting to? Are you
No,
still
I'm
en
getting
route?
close though.
Still en route.
Yeah, I'm still en route. Yeah. Thanks for coming for a drive, everybody.
Yeah, nice little drive on Sunday. We've been slightly at six and sevens the last couple of weeks, haven't we? Because there's a lot of stuff going on in the background for us all. But we just wanted to
Yeah.
show up and say hello.
Yeah.
Um, and at some point we'll get back into our rhythm of maybe having been slightly more kind of prepared for the Sundays. It was the
Yeah.
cha- the clocks changed again. I thought the clocks had changed last week, but they've changed this week,
Yeah. The clocks.
which
Yeah.
which is really
Spring
good.
ahead.
Mm.
Yeah.
Springy sprung,
Spring is
spring.
sprung.
Mm. Yeah, cool. Okay, well, we're not going to do any meditations while you're driving. That's for certain.
No.
Um, and I think so. We'll sort of wrap things up for today. So it's just a quick sort of half hour hello. Um, you got the rest of your Sunday, haven't you?
Yeah. I still have Sunday. Yeah.
All you lucky people in Canada, enjoy.
Yeah.
Looks the weather looks the same as it was here. We had a bit of a gale and rain, so
Oh yeah.
mm,
Yeah. It's overcast, but yesterday it was lovely and sunny.
mm. Funny that same here. Yeah. Must similar weather systems at the moment, I guess.
I think there's very similar
Mm,
weather. Yeah.
yeah. Cool. Okay. Right. Nice. There you go. Back right side up. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we will see. I'll see you next this same time next week. 6 o'clock. All the clock. Everyone will have got used to the clocks changing by then,
Yeah.
we'll be popping back again in a week's time.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Okay.
We'll see you in a week's time.
See you in a week's time.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.